Hello, you might have seen me on social media. I posted this picture. That's an SUV carrying 2 jerry cans. I posted that on Blue Sky and also posted that on the other place, X I think it's called these days. Blue Sky, it got some interesting conversation about don't driving in the back of a car with petrol tank strapped to the boot. Fair enough, it might explode, catch fire. X though, you get the comments. That's because you can go places an EV will never go, all that usual stuff. Anyway, as we know, it's to extend the range, or cure range anxiety. That was the question I posed. I did get one comment though. Someone said, yes, it is to extend the range of your vehicle past any refueling infrastructure, which is true. But this is an EV. So how do you drive an EV past its range when there's no charging infrastructure? Well, you take a jerry can. Like that. This is a Bluetti, it is a 2 kilowatt hour battery. It can output 240 volts at 10 amps, which is fantastic, 2 kilowatts. Also we have this bad boy down here. This is the Ecoflow Delta Pro 3. There's 2 batteries as you can see, 4 kilowatts here, 4 kilowatts in here, and it is currently plugged into 10 amp outlet with our Tesla mobile charger right there. Between these two, have 8 kilowatt hours capacity. Great, you say, and yes, it's very heavy. Between 2 kilowatts there and 8 kilowatts here, we now have 10 kilowatts of jerry cans, essentially. Now, this is our Mitsubishi iMove. It is 15 years old, we'll be turning 16 years old this year. It has a 16 kilowatt hour capacity battery, and it is currently down to about 12 kilowatts maximum usable at the moment because it's old. It is one of the very first modern mass-produced EVs ever made. Battery's 16 years old. So, what I'm getting at, between these two batteries, 10 kilowatts, and that using 12, we now have enough battery capacity here to double the range of this car. So if we're going to take a road trip beyond the range of this vehicle, we can get to our destination and recharge at our destination using these jerry cans. We tried charging the car using this Bluetti. It's great. Like I said before, it's 2 kilowatt hours, but its maximum output is 2 kilowatts. That's it, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, it would run everything. We used this on our trip to Perth. It was running our Starlink, it was recharging our cameras and laptops, all that sort of stuff. So it was doing great. We can recharge this with solar blankets, you can recharge it off a power outlet at home, and you're all good to go. But because the iMove is what they call a dumb EV, it does not communicate how much charge rate it requires to the charger. Therefore, it will demand 2.9 kilowatts no matter what it's plugged into. Hence, when you plug it into this, which it only outputs 2 kilowatts, it will immediately trip this out as being overdrawing the current and it just turns off. No problem. The Ecoflow, on the other hand, works fine. As you can see here, it's plugged into our Tesla charger, which is Type 2. The iMove, being old, is J7072. This is the adapter. So, plug it in. One-handed, easy. Tesla charger's plugged into there. We've just got the 10 amp tail on there, that's all. It does have 15 amp plugs. So we probably could use a 15 amp Tesla plug for this, but we're not going to, we don't need to. So, Ecoflow here, we have 4 240 volt 15 amp outlets. We've got a Tesla wall charger plugged into this, Type 2. So, with our adapter plugged in, into the iMove, plug this in, it should just start charging. Now it's going to take a bit because it's going to do its check for earth, and that's where the tricky part comes in with these chargers. There is a setting in this we didn't know about when we bought it that allows it to check for an earth, and it sort of simulates it. Here we have the Ecoflow app. Our AC is not on. We've got the car plugged in. Nothing's happening, obviously. Turn the AC on. Here we go. It does its grounding check. Now there is a setting here we found in the settings that will allow this to charge EVs. It's called GFCI, the RCD support. If you turn that off, it will fail the earth check and the charger here will stop and go red and won't charge. Similar thing happens to this because it doesn't have that function and therefore it trips out when trying to charge the Tesla. Because remember, in the Tesla you can change the charging rate to below the maximum output of this and it will work, but it will fail the RCD test and therefore it won't charge. This, on the other hand, as you can see in the app, not a problem. Okay, the iMove's now plugged in. As you can see, because it's passed its earthing test, it's now running. The car is now drawing 18 22, 27. It should stop about 2.9 kilowatts because that's what this car draws. So there we go. Now charging your iMove at 2.9 kilowatts. Now we have 8 kilowatt hours. That should get this car from pretty much almost empty back up to near 80%. We know this charges an iMove, which is a dumb EV because it doesn't communicate its charge rate. We have here a Tesla. This is a smart EV, which can vary its charge rate. Shouldn't make any difference really, so let's just try it out. Plug her in and see what happens. As we can tell, our plug is still in, nothing's happening. Hit the button, plug it in, and white, we've got blue, communicating. I heard a click in the battery, it's green. It is now charging. At what rate will it pull? Okay, the car is currently set to 28 amps, so that'd probably kill it. So what, no, it's automatically reset to 12 amps. Awesome. Remember, these are 15 amp outlets, so it should charge at around 2.9 to 3 kilowatts, if not more. I do think the total output of these is 4 kilowatts, I do believe. So the maximum output of this will be 4 kilowatts. Whether I can charge a car at 4 kilowatts? Let's try it. No, we can't. As we are using the mobile charger with the 15 amp tail, the car has been set to 12 amps. I can't ramp it up to use the maximum 4 kilowatt output. But let's try something. Okay, Tesla's charging 2.7 kilowatts through mobile connector. This, as I said, has a 4 kilowatt max. Let's try it. This is our new kitchen. A new modern hyper reduction full electric kitchen we're going to have on a garage floor because in the next few months we're going to be living literally in a garage using this to cook on. So we've got our power point. It should only use 10 amps, but we'll plug her in. See what happens. How long it takes to boil a pot of water. Stainless steel pot, great for induction. Chuck it on. Oven is on. It's plugged into the 10 amp, 15 amp outlet there with the car charger. So I go to manual mode. Set it to whatever, I'm assuming this is in centigrade, 99% power. See what happens. Ooh, 4.6. Apparently this will do a 6 kilowatt burst. As for how long, we're going to find out, I guess, aren't we? But we're boiling a pot of water, we're charging the car. Car's still charging, boiling a pot of water at 100% output. Listen, this is making some noise. There is fans in there and they're working pretty hard. Not surprisingly, we are working it pretty hard. It just tripped out. It stopped charging, stopped this. It's obviously the 4.6 kilowatts for a few minutes, doesn't like it. It is 4 kilowatts continuous, but we were drawing 4.6 to 4.7 there for a bit there. The water has boiled though. Not full raging boil, but it's still, I'm not sticking my finger in there, put it that way. So that's it, yes. Ecoflow, you can charge a Tesla and boil water at the same time. How cool is that? I don't know why you'd ever want to do that, but if you ever do need to boil water and charge a Tesla, you can do it. The only real issue when using things like this, or the Bluetti for charging EVs, is that they always do an earth check, which is the RCD option in the app. The Bluetti doesn't have that, therefore it will always fail when you're trying to charge a Tesla or most other EVs that have a communications thing and do that little earth check, it will fail. This setup, which we didn't know when you bought it, and yes, we did buy it, we weren't given it, we're not sponsored, that's for sure. It's expensive. But we did use a code to get a discount, very small one. But yeah, we're very surprised to see the RCD check switch, which allows it to charge EVs. Now, speaking of charging EVs, this can be charged from a solar blanket, solar panels that has the usual DC solar inputs and things like that, but it also can be charged from an AC EV car charger. So next time we're taking the iMove on a big long road trip, and we're charging the iMove on an AC charger, we can also charge this at the same time, which is very handy, and that's part of the reason why we bought it, because in the near future, we're going to be living in a place where we don't have electricity. And between the Bluetti battery and this is going to be our entire power supply until we get a house built. So between these two, we can now also charge both our EVs, a Tesla and our iMove, on our block of land using this, recharging from solar on site. So this is it. This is your EV jerry can. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm much appreciated. And take care. I hope to see you all in the next video real soon. Bye.